opposite, because it has to show up.
Well, I thought that's the fun of it, is that you can't actually see it. It's sort of, I don't know, if you, if you have, either way, you have the stuffing, and it kind of looks like she's oozing loveliness out of her. And the other way is it looks like she's got a whole bunch of fucking ants coming out of her vagina. So one way or another,
Ants.
delicious, tasty, sugary ants. They just can't stay away. It's like chocolate-covered ants. They're just shooting out of her vagina at all times into your face.
Yeah, but I think I'll just keep the cookie crumbles away from there, because then it just looks like black cottage cheese, and nobody likes black cottage cheese.
Oh, that's so racist of you. I can't believe you'd say that.
Black cottage cheese?
I think that I'm gonna have to go and take a poll and see whether or not people actually enjoy black cottage cheese.
Is that racist?
I think that's so racist. I can't believe you'd say something like that.
I'll tell you this. If you find somebody who does like black cottage cheese, I'll call myself a racist.
Don't you call yourself a racist all the time? That doesn't prove anything. That doesn't. If I find someone that'll eat black cottage cheese, then you have to eat black cottage cheese with them.
Done. I'm actually a fan.
Damn it! So I found you, and so you have to eat it yourself with yourself. You have to eat a double portion. Oh, okay. I thought you were a fan of black cottage cheese. You're like, haha! Fucked you up good. I showed you who's boss.
I'll eat Oreo cookie crumbles off of a black chick any day.
I thought there wasn't anything you wouldn't eat off of black chick. Except maybe a man jizz.
Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that wouldn't be something that I wouldn't do.
What?
I can't.
You want to say that again?
I can't instantly think of anything that. I mean, besides man jizz, like you so eloquently put. I can't think of anything else that I would not eat off of a black chick.
Blood, toenail clippings.
Tomatoes.
You'd be all for
tomatoes.
blood, but tomatoes just it's gross.
Pickles and relish. It's kind of the same
How
thing.
about cheese?
Cheese, I wouldn't eat off of a woman in general. Doesn't matter what color she is.
Okay. At least you're not racist about not eating cheese off of a woman.
Yeah, I'm a equal opportunity cheesist.
What if you only had
Cheese
like?
eater.
Oh, okay. You were like, I don't want to eat black cheese off of a black woman. That's just gross.
I heard you ate her cheese. No, I did not. I will not eat her cheese. I will not eat your cheese.
I'm gonna have to go and find some pictures of just people eating cheese off of women and send it to you and just gross the shit out of you out. You're like, oh my god, why would they do that? Oh, it's
Get
so
like a
much
cheese wheel and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
What if a woman was just giving birth to a cheese wheel?
Wow.
While guys eating it.
That'd have to be a small cheese wheel or a giant vagina.
Oh, either way, come on, it's gonna be a fun picture.
Either way, it'll get, thousands of views. These people are sick.
I can already see Steve Boo listening to this and writing up black cottage cheese, cheese wheel and vagina for the keywords for the fucking site.
He's logging it into that, what's that? Urban Dictionary. He's logging it into Urban Dictionary.
Everyone must know about the black cottage cheese
Black
and the
cottage
cheese
cheese.
wheel. and chocolate ants coming out of vaginas. Only bad things can happen when things combined. So, other than that, just working on random bullshit, trying to get things up and running. Got a new client for my Minecraft servers. Been working on getting them set up, so that's a little bit more revenue coming on my way.
Congratulations.
Yes. Always trying to go and get a couple new hosting clients a week and trying to get that money up there so that one day I don't actually have to be sitting around and working all fucking day long every single goddamn day.
No one likes money.
I just wish it wasn't so important and so necessary for all the things that we like to do with our friends who like to go on vacations every fucking 3 or 4 months to very expensive places. God damn it.
Yeah. We're looking at another one for $600 and then $2,000 and whatever.
Let's go to Alaska. Let's go on a cruise. It's only going to top $300 to fly out there, $700 for the cruise, $400 for food, $300 for all the sightseeing extravaganzas, and that's per person. So it's going to be like, yeah, you're going to drop $2,000, and then take a week off work where, half the time I do shit where I like fuck. Yeah, what was that? I was supposed to go to a concert on what was it, Tuesday? And I couldn't go to the concert on Tuesday because my fucking server broke. And so I was just sitting around fucking trying to repair it and work on it and doing things like that. And I was like, God damn it.
Oh.
And that's when I had planned to go to a concert for like months in advance, and then I end up not being able to go. So it's fucking bullshit. Death Clock concerts, people. Death Clock.
Did you end up working it out?
Yeah, I was just working until midnight, 12:30 or so.
Jesus.
From like 8 a.m. till 12:30. Actually, that was the day that we recorded. I took a quick break so that you and I could record, and then I had to go back to work until 12:30.
Nice.
Ryan came home and he ended up going and doing his shit, and then I was like still working on crap, and finally got stuff done and watched a quick little video, and then went to bed and started doing it all over again the next day.
Nice. Well, I talked my girlfriend into buying a
breast implants.
Well, I didn't really talk her into it, but
breast implants.
She talked
breast
herself
implants.
into it, and then I talked her into it. No, I haven't accomplished that.
Breast implants.
I haven't accomplished that, but we did negotiate getting an all-in-one PC, so it's all in the monitor. You don't have a tower, and as well as it being a touchscreen, so it's like a tablet in its touch capabilities, but it also has a keyboard and a mouse in case you want to use that, because you can still switch between an app-based system. With Windows 8, it has an app-based system, just like on Windows 8 phones. It feels just like that, and everything. There's a bunch of apps on the home screen, and you can scroll left and right to go to different ones, and they all update like a ticker, so it knows when you get a new email that'll post it, or when you get a new message, or like the weather changes, or stocks change, or whatever it is you want to update on. So we ended up getting that, and I installed it yesterday, and I was actually thinking, because it's a 23-inch screen that she has now, 23-inch touchscreen. So for all those tablet users, and for even iPad users, or even if you just have it on your phone or whatever, you play games like Angry Birds, or that what's that slicing game, the Fruit Ninja slicing game. Ninja. Imagine playing that on a 23-inch screen or bigger, and you can get a sense of what this magnificent device is doing.
It's allowing you to play Fruit Ninja on a 23-inch screen?
Yeah, and I was thinking, when I was in the store at Best Buy trying to figure out what our best deal was, and we got a great deal on it. It was like $600 for this half a terabyte hard drive and 4 gig RAM and whatever. Bunch of nerd talk, but
it does lots of things.
Yeah, I was trying to find a tablet PC that would work with that touchscreen apart, like the iPad 2 does, and then I'd be able to put it on a mount at her place, and then she'd be able to use a keyboard and a mouse with it, so that it would function as a tablet as well as a desktop. And they don't make touchscreens for tablets that are that big. So, I mean, evidently it's impractical to make them anything over, I think the max was 10 inches or something like that, was the biggest touchscreen tablet they had currently, which got me looking up stuff, which is, it turns out that I found a site when I was looking up Ultrabooks that says 23 amazing technologies before the year 2021. And one of the first things they said that was, by the end of this year, probably beginning of next year, Ultrabooks are going to be kind of introduced, and those are going to be tablet PCs like the tablets that we see now, which are basically app-based, but they're going to have the functionality of desktops. So you're going to be able to do all those things that you do on a desktop, just out and around, just typing up something or moving files around, just like you do here, Excel and whatever other people do. You can do your programming and stuff like that, and it'll just be like a computer that you can just take, like a laptop, except thinner and more awesome.
I like my laptop the way that it is.
You have a Cadillac of laptops.
Yeah, my laptop is fucking huge and giant and powerful as shit, so I don't think that, not in the near future, and by the time that a touchpad is going to be able to do the functionality that what my current laptop does, laptops at that point are going to be fucking absurdly crazy and huge and awesome.
Yeah, I think laptops, and I'm actually surprised that I'm not surprised that your laptop is so big and so awesome and so powerful, but I'm kind of amazed that they still make laptops that big. It's a huge screen, which is great, which I guess you would need them to be that big for that huge screen. But they can, I figure with technology now, they're trying to make everything smaller. So you would have a huge screen that would be like an all in one, like an all in one. Or it would be so big screen wise, but that bottom piece, like where the keyboard and where the drives are, would be so paper thin, or maybe some of the drives would be built into the screen to minimize that space so that it's like thin, like an iPad, but still has all that screen space. So I'm kind of surprised that it's so big still.
Well, I
But
mean,
I'm
the
sure
screen
that
doesn't take up a lot of space. It's the fact that there's 16 gigs of RAM, which is 4 sticks, and then there's 2 hard drives in here, and there's a brand new, state-of-the-art graphics card and all that type of bull crap. So you have two, just to make it so you can actually have an area and a slot where you can actually put in the hard drive that takes up a certain amount of space because it's not flash. Whereas like iPad, it has a 16 gig hard drive or 32 gig hard drive that's all flash, which is essentially just RAM,
yeah,
and
it
it's
is.
actually has just RAM in it, hardcore RAM goodness.
And 4 sticks and 2 hard drives.
Oh man, goddamn fucking spider. Um, Here, you go out there and you kill it, so I don't actually have to hear that, and it's not being recorded all the time. You go kill that.
Shit. I'm naked.
Yeah. So what? You don't think you can kill a spider?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Do your job. The one place
Whee!
where it can spawn, it actually spawned in the one location that allows it to be kept up there.
What
Anyways,
up, bitch?
see, then you can
Ow.
descend. Stop getting hit. There you go. See, now you can descend through the water.
And I have so much experience now.
Oh, it's gonna be insane.
I didn't die or anything.
I saw you get hit though, so not that
Yeah.
impressed.
And
I got a bone.
If I got knocked off of the tower, that would be great. So,
Anyways, yeah. So I mean, with all that hardware that's required, without them going in and custom building hard drives to make it so that I could have essentially a terabyte of space on my laptop and 2 hard drives, with one of them being a solid state drive, and to make it that the graphics card in there is fucking huge and it's powerful. They just can't do that yet.
a couple of other things that they were looking at was in 2014, they were saying by 2014, so within the next couple of years here, they said that they would have a 1 terabyte SD memory card. That's the memory card that you put in your like camera, your digital camera, or some phones still take them, but usually they'll take even the smaller ones. 1 terabyte. That's your computer with a little memory card.
Yeah.
A little thin memory card. They've been making memory so small that I'm surprised they haven't been working on making RAM smaller, which then they could make everything smaller, right?
Well, RAM's already kind of pretty small. It's that the server chassis that it actually gets put into, they're all like a standard size, and so
Oh yeah, the ports.
yeah, and then also the servers that run them. Like you can go and you get a server, and you can get a server that allows you to go and have like 512 gigs of RAM. So you can go and get it. It just takes a lot of different slots and things of that nature, and
It's a lot of RAM.
it's a lot of RAM. Like some of the servers that I want to go and I want to build out for my hosting, be it based off of co-location. Like we want to go and get some Minecraft servers and make it so that they're just super super cheap ass like towers, and they just have tons and tons and tons of RAM in them. So you can just very very quickly and very easily for like a grand get it set up where it has like 128 gigs of RAM, and make it so you just have a whole bunch of just Minecraft servers running off of that shit. Because
That's
you can
rad.
just split it up into a bunch of different like smaller servers in the cloud, and then be good to go with it. But so it's like
Don't
you
talk
can.
about the cloud.
Oh, it's all cloudy.
This
So much cloud
sore
action.
subject.
What's wrong with
I
you
like
and
how
clouds?
people talk about because people don't know. They really don't know what it is or why it is or how to use it. Because there's a bunch of like 50-year-old women at my work that are always like, I don't know, it's in the cloud. They're like, you don't know what you're even talking about. It's stored on a hard drive that you have wired access to. I'm not sure who told you that something is in a cloud, but
It's
I've
just
been
easy
using.
for them to say it, and it makes it sound like they know what they're talking about, and they kind of like, oh, okay, it's in a cloud area. Well, all the hosting stuff is now cloud oriented and based like that, so like whatever. but it makes it so it's nice. But I mean, the thing is that in order to be comparative and make it so that you can actually do well in the whole Minecraft bullshit hosting that I'm working on, you got to be so fucking cheap. You got to go and make it so that pretty much like your margin that you're making off of it is zilch to none, pretty much.
Nice.
It's
But
like,
you'll be competitive that way.
oh yeah, you have to be. That's the only way you can get it because you go and you look at other people like, oh, you're trying to sell that for that much? Oh my god! And then like a year ago, if I'd heard them, like, there's no way, no. So you have to go
No
and
way
get
it's
off.
that cheap.
You're
Yeah.
like, how do you make? It's like it's tough to even figure out how people make money off of it because it's just so competitive. Or I guess the only people that really ever play Minecraft who want their own personal servers don't really want to pay money off of it, and so you just run into that problem where you get your own personal server where you have access to it, you can do whatever you want on it, and it's like $100. And but if it's a Minecraft server, they want to pay $10, and you're like, what?
Oh wow.
Like the difference in pricing by making it so that you have access to it, you can do whatever you want on it, or making it like a web server. It's ridiculous because it's the same hardware. It's
Yeah,
just they're just
it's functioning in a different way, but it's the same thing.
yeah. It's like if I gave someone a web server and make it so that they can make it so that they could go to a website like 3destinos.com or go to like my website, which is like Computer King, to do it and have the processing power for it and do all the necessary requirements. The amount that I would charge someone is like 5 to 6 times more than if they just wanted a Minecraft, just because to be competitive like that and make it so that they can't do whatever they want. It's just how it works. I don't know how to put it any other way.
Sorry. Yeah, it's weird the way that people perceive different things. They perceive a cheap Minecraft server like women perceive a cloud.
Yeah. Well, it's just you have so many people out there who are willing to go and put stuff on very, very, very inexpensive servers. Like they'll just go to some hosting company and they'll buy 16 gigs at like $1 a gig just because the hardware that they're using is just so damn old. Like it was old 5 years ago, but they're like, well, we will just give it away pretty much for free. Kind of like how Canon has hosting at one hosting company where it's just like static HTML, and he was able to go and get like 5 years worth for $10.
Yeah, it's
5 years of
crazy.
hosting for $10, but all you can post is just static HTML, which is perfect for him. But he goes, I'm like, well, this is how much I posted for. This is how much my cPanel goes for a month, which is really, really, really good pricing. He's like, oh, that's there's no way I would ever pay for that much.
Fuck that.
He's like, there's no way. I'm like, well, you don't have anything.
Yeah, what do
you
you
you you
need?
try to do anything at all, and you're screwed.
Yeah, think about anything else you would want to do besides what you have, and it's a no. You can't
Yeah,
do it.
it instantly doesn't work at all. And so I just run into a couple situations like that where people are like, oh, cool, I want to go host with you. I'm like, oh, my cheapest package is $4.99 a month, which is absurd for compared to what I'm used to paying. I'm like, that's for me. I'm like, it's not even worth it for me. But I'm trying to help you on out. And if you need it to be larger in the future, then yeah, you can expand it, you can grow it. And they're like, well, currently I have a static HTML website, and I pay like $90 for 2 years, and I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to do anything with it. Do you want to do anything else? No, you can't do jack with it. So
So what? It's just his website is just like a digital business card. You just go there and it just shows one thing, and then that's it.
well, I have another friend who he's a graphic artist, and so he has a static website up right now, and he's currently paying GoDaddy. He paid like what was it? I think it was $90 for 2 years, so he's paying $45 a year, and
Nice.
it's like that. All he can do is just have like a static HTML. He can't even do a database. He can't do anything crazy. He can't run PHP, which is like what WordPress is and what Drupal is, and all those dynamic websites is what like works off of it. And even if it was, it's just they have no power. They have not able to do jack shit. They're all running off of like 486 pretty much, like super super slow ass bullshit. And so even if they are able to do it, it would their page would take 20 seconds to load just because it's terrible. But it's when someone's
Does that
just
even does that even make it so that it's a harder thing to load because you're just loading a big image instead of a bunch of little things, or does it matter?
nah, just think of it in the ways of like difference between like a Lamborghini and a Pinto. I mean, they'll both get there, but one of them is going to be a lot more elegant, a lot faster, and a lot more power. when it comes to it.
Gotcha.
And so it's like you want to go on the freeway, if you have the Pinto, you'll be able to go and get to your destination. But it's kind of like you're doing a Greyhound bus and taking 5 times as long to go across the country than it would with like a faster car. That's not going to break down. So that's the easiest way that I can go and explain it.